morning. It's day 3 in the park, and we've made an hour and 45-minute drive from our campground. Again, we're only about 30 miles outside of the campground, 25-30 miles outside of the national park, I should say. But once you get in the park, it's a long drive to get back here. We're in the Glacier Point area. We're going to go check out Glacier Point, which is one of the most iconic views in the park after we do this hike. But today we're going to hike the Sentinel Dome Taft Point loop. It's 5.1 miles, 1,100 feet elevation gain. It's about, what, 50 degrees right now? And we're in some elevation, so it's a little cool, but boy, is it crisp and beautiful. All right, we're going to go. Let's do it. Man, that's a big one. Yeah. All right, we're at the top of Sentinel Dome. That's El Capitan over there. That's Yosemite Falls. There's Half Dome. Looking into the sun. I'm not sure how good the view's going to be. Looking down in the valley over there. And then some snow-capped peaks. Yeah, just beautiful. Well, this is pretty cool. Shows like a compass, and then it describes what you're looking at. I don't know if you can see it. We've tried to put a little shadow on it so you can maybe see it a little better. But you can see there's Half Dome, and back behind it right here is Clouds Rest. That's the highest point in the park. That's a hike that we really want to do, but it's like 12.5 miles, and I don't think we're going to do it this time. But from that view, you can see the cables on the side of Half Dome where people summit Half Dome. Get a good view of Nevada Falls, which we hiked to a few days ago. Well, we've made it back down from Sentinel Dome, and wow, was that awesome. And now we're going to hop on the Taft Point loop. We got 2.8 miles to get to that point. You ready? Yeah. Let's go. I found a rock canyon for you. Gonna walk through it. Can you get all the way through? Yeah, I heard you rubbing the sides. There's Sentinel Dome. We're seeing some awfully big trees through this area. It's a pine of some sort. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but wow. If you remember when we did our hike in Kings Canyon, we came across these red plants. They were called snow plants, and we've found a couple of them down here. If my memory serves me correctly, those snow plants are only found in 3 states: California, Oregon, and I think it was Nevada was the 3rd state. Let's see here. Think those 2 logs up there?
Yes.
Okay. Taft Point, that's where we're headed. 0.6 miles. (7,503 feet). Well, we're back at the fork. To the left takes us back the way we came, and to the right takes us to the Glacier Point Road, half-mile. Well, what'd you think of that hike?
It's very nice, very relaxing, beautiful scenery. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah, it wasn't a strenuous hike like the first 2 that we've done here. They're classified as hard, both of them. That one was classified as moderate. Like I said, it was a little over 5 miles, had about 1,200 foot elevation gain. It took us 3 hours and 45 minutes to complete it. But it was just very relaxing, very cruisy type, had some good shade in it. And
nice pine smells in the forest.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. All right. Well, we're off to Glacier Point now. We're going to take a look at what they say is maybe the prettiest view in the whole park. So I'm excited to see that.
Me too.
All right, well, we made it to the trailhead of Cathedral Lakes. It took about an hour and 50 minutes to get here. Different part of the park that we haven't been to so far, so it was kind of neat to see a little bit different area. There's two lakes, there's an upper and a lower, and you kind of come to the end of the trail and there's a Y. One way will take you to the one lake, the other Y takes you to the other. I think we're going to do the upper lake for sure. A little over 7 miles to get to it, and if you do both, it adds another maybe mile to it. Got about 500 or 1,500 foot elevation gain. It's a little after 7, and it's about 45 degrees. I think we're at an elevation right now of about 8,600 feet, so it's a little bit chilly. You ready?
Yep, and there's signs everywhere for bear, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, and you're not allowed to carry bear spray in Yosemite, so all I got to do is outrun Leslie.
And just put your sticks together to scare them.
Did I hit you? Huh? Mosquitoes are bad. Woo! Well, we've gone about 2 miles. We've climbed 1,000 feet in elevation, so right now we're about 9,500 feet. And we're about an hour and 25 minutes into the hike. And we got about another 500 feet to climb, and probably about a mile and a half to go till we get to our first lake. We're at a trail junction. It says Cathedral Lake that away, but I think that takes you to the lower lake, and we want to go to the upper. And even though this isn't marked here as saying anything about Cathedral Lake, it says Sunrise, Merced Lake, Yosemite Valley. We're going to go this way, and we'll keep all trails up and just make sure we're going towards the upper lake. Well, this looks like the lake. Walk down here and check it out. This is Upper Cathedral Lake. I'm going to try to walk around partially to the other side so we can get a picture of Cathedral Peak with the lake in front of it. I feel like we're playing hopscotch. Cathedral Peak from Upper Cathedral Lake. All right, we're getting ready to take off. We're going to head down to the Lower Cathedral Lake, and I hope we make it, because I'm afraid the mosquitoes are going to eat us alive. All right, so just to reiterate, if you do this hike and you want to see both lakes, this is where we were earlier. This is the direction we're going to go now, down here to Lower Cathedral. But that's the way you go to Upper Cathedral, and there's no sign there that says that's where you're going, but it's up there. So we've got a half-mile down to get to Lower Cathedral. We made it back to the trail junction, and we're going to start making our way back. We met a couple really nice people at that lower lake. So cool to meet people while you're on the road. A guy from Philadelphia and a gal from Chile.
Yeah,
from
well,
Chile,
she's
the
here
country
now.
Chile. She lives in California, maybe?
Yes.
I'm not sure. But yeah, so cool to meet people when you're on a trail. All right, we're going to head back, and we'll check in with you when we get there. Well, we've made it back to the end of the trail, so we're just a short piece from the road where we parked. And we're going to go ahead and do a wrap on this hike. I enjoyed it. About 7.5 miles. It took us about five and a half hours to do. And there's some beautiful scenery up there. I especially like the upper lake because of the view we had of Cathedral Peak. I thought that one was really pretty. This area is not nearly as crowded, obviously, as the valley, which is the main part of the park. So it's kind of nice to be in an area where you wasn't wall-to-wall people.
Right.
Very, very nice. So this is our last activity here in the park. So why don't we just go ahead and wrap up the park visit too. This is probably the park that I've most looked forward to this year. I really enjoyed the hiking here, and of course this park is famous for its waterfalls. And if you want to see the waterfalls, the best time to come is in the spring while you still have some snow melt. I thought I read there's 25 waterfalls in this park that are 100 feet or taller, but just a few of them flow year-round. If you want to see the falls, I suggest you come in the spring. And we were lucky we were here, you know, the end of May, beginning of June, and we hit it just right, I think.
Yeah, the rocks and the falls and what was the big overlook? What was that called?
Glacier Point?
Glacier Point.
Yeah.
That was just magnificent. And for me, what gave me chills is Trig and I were standing up there taking pictures and looking, and all of a sudden here comes 2 fighter jets, and they just like fly over. It would have been the perfect picture. So
yeah. It's been a great visit. We really enjoyed it. And
we left some things to do
sure.
the next time we come back.
For sure, we did. And we're going to take tomorrow off, relax, and then the next day we're heading off to our next national park, our next adventure. So thanks for following us on this journey, and we'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.